President, my question is also to the Minister for Workplace Safety, and I refer to the Australian newspaper today, which details alarming matters in the management of hotel quarantine in Victoria. These include the failure of key officials to undertake required COVID-19 tests, delays in rubbish being collected, carpets visibly unclean, dirty crockery, bags of rubbish lying around, and breaches of infection control protocols, including vaping, amongst many others. And I therefore ask, Minister, have you referred these concerning details to the WorkSafe agency that you administer? If not,
Minister on a point of order.
President, Mr Davis has been here a long time and he understands, or at least he should, the principles of ministerial accountability. Minister Stitt has already indicated to the House, and it's a matter of public record, that the minister responsible for the hotel quarantine program in our government is Minister Pearson. There's a whole other conversation about the abrogation of responsibility by the Commonwealth Government in relation to quarantine, but the question is not in order because the minister is not responsible for the program the question relates to.
Thank you. Mr Davis?
Further to the point of order, the Minister for Workplace Safety has responsibility for an agency that's responsible for workplace safety across the state. She also has statutory responsibilities under the orders, under the administrative orders, directly for this portfolio. And indeed, every workplace in the state is within the purview of her responsibility. That is what I'm asking about. I'm asking within the administrative orders and within the statutes.
Thank you. After I heard the point of order and Mr Davis' explanation is correct, the question is in order. The management of the quarantine is Minister Pearson, but the work safety is related to Minister Stitt. Continue, Mr Davis.
President, I won't rehearse the long list of breaches that appear to me to have occurred and appear to be in the paper in the government's own reports. And I therefore ask you, Minister, have you referred these concerning details to the WorkSafe agency that you administer? If not, why not? If so, when?
Thank you. Minister Stitt.
Thank you, President. And can I indicate that I am not the minister responsible for the operation of the hotel quarantine program, and I understand that Minister Pearson. I understand that Minister Pearson has made statements regarding these reports in the Australian this morning, and I don't intend to cut across his responsibilities. As Minister for Workplace Safety, I understand the very important independence of the safety regulator, but I do point out to those opposite that WorkSafe have been doing a power of work since the beginning of the pandemic, right across our workplaces in Victoria. In fact, they have visited and taken inquiries in relation to over 23,000 businesses and organisations in Victoria. So they are out there every day, and I thank those WorkSafe investigators for their hard work throughout the pandemic. In terms of Mr Davis's question, as Minister, I do not direct WorkSafe's activities. I do not direct them in relation to where they believe it's necessary to investigate, or how or when.
Thank you. Mr Davis on a supplementary.
President, this is a willful failure of this minister to take responsibility for workplace safety in this instance. And I say, let the record that the minister has refused to refer these matters. So my supplementary is, President, on the 18th of February, the opposition asked you to exercise your powers under Section 7(1)(a) of the Occupational Health and Safety Act to direct WorkSafe to undertake an inquiry into hotel quarantine. Minister, you refused point blank at that point. And now frightening information has come forward, come to light, showing clear breaches of basic safety requirements in the Andrews Labor government's hotel quarantine program. So will you now, finally, belatedly, direct your recalcitrant agency to undertake the systemic inquiry into hotel quarantine it should have undertaken earlier?
Thank you. Minister. Thank you. Minister State.
Thank you. I completely reject the assertions contained in that very long supplementary question from the Leader of the Opposition. We have debated these matters in this chamber extensively as a general business matter, if I recall correctly, that Mr O'Donoghue brought to this chamber, and we traversed the issues in depth. What the opposition fails to accept is that I will not be interfering in the independence of the safety regulator. They have an extensive program in place to ensure the Victorian businesses, employers and workers understand their obligations under the Health and Safety Act, understand what they need to do to mitigate the risks of COVID-19 in the workplace, and I'm satisfied that they are doing that work with all due. I'm satisfied that that work is ongoing and important.